Hi everybody, it's Deborah from PeopleLovingAnimals.com. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching today's video. Today's video is called, What is Cat Anxiety? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the symptoms of cat anxiety, the causes, and the treatment options for cat anxiety. I'm also going to give you some additional resources for figuring out what are some of the things that are making your cat anxious, and also a resource for step-by-step instructions on what to do about cat anxiety. So I appreciate you stopping by and spending the time with me today. Please go ahead and give the video a like if you find it helpful. It does help YouTubers when you do that. If you have not been here before, my name is Deborah. I own a website called PeopleLovingAnimals.com, and several times a month I do videos all about the care and health and training of dogs and cats. So if you have a pet that you would like to receive continuous help with, please go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, and please go ahead and share the channel with your friends and family who have a dog or a cat, because they might appreciate the information as well. I'm going to use this article called What is Cat Anxiety from my website to guide us through today's video. I'm going to give you a link to this article in the description box, along with links to anything else that I refer you to or that we talk about in the video. Now, first of all, cat anxiety is a serious issue and it should never be ignored. Untreated cat anxiety can result in unwanted behaviors and health issues. Learning not only what is cat anxiety, but also how to treat it is really important for not just your cat, but for you too, because you need to be able to live peacefully with the cat, right? Plus, we care about our cats. We don't want them to be anxious. Some of the symptoms of cat anxiety, according to PetMD, common signs of cat anxiety can include withdrawal and hiding, trembling, trying to escape, becoming less active, getting diarrhea, destructive behavior, aggressive behavior, not using the litter box, sores on their skin from over grooming, loss of appetite, excessive meowing, weight loss, restlessness, lethargy, repetitive or compulsive behaviors, and pacing. Okay, so one of these or many of these might be the reason why you're here, right? Causes of cat anxiety. One is fear. Cats can get anxious when they anticipate danger. This, by the way, is my little guy Whiskers. He's almost 8 months old now, and I snapped this picture quickly. A friend came over to the house, and the guy was only here for a couple of minutes, but when I turn around, here's Whiskers in the hall. This is what he looked like. So this is an example of a cat being anxious because of fear. It's funny. He wasn't terrified, but as you can see, he was pretty freaked out. Another cause of anxiety can be pain or illness. Now, do remember, and you may not know this, that cats will usually try to hide pain and illness. And the reason they do that is because in the wild, cats are prey. So they don't want to be seen by a predator as weak or injured. So a lot of times, by the time your cat is showing symptoms of anything, it could be quite serious. Another cause of anxiety might be a traumatic experience. Now, understand, this can be as serious as past abuse, or it can be as minor as somebody startling them when they were in the litter box. Exposure to infectious diseases or something toxic, lack of socialization or neglect. Also, cats can get anxiety due to age. Just like humans, cats can experience anxiety causing things like memory loss and confusion. They could also have joint pain and arthritis, and that can also cause your cat to become anxious. Again, cats are prey in the wild, so if they feel like they don't have all their faculties, not only to hunt, but to defend themselves and also to escape, they're going to get anxious, right? Which is the main reason, by the way, that cats do get anxious, or the reason they do get nervous. It usually goes back to their instincts of trying to survive in the wild. And the last common cause for cat anxiety is changes. It could be big changes such as moving, or a new person, a new baby, or a new pet coming into the home, or it can be a small change like changing location of their litter box or their food dishes. You move your living room furniture around, you get a new bed, you get a new sofa, the cat might be stressed out, okay? But it does sound kind of silly, but please take it seriously, because for your cat, this is a big deal. And chronic stress, we're going to talk about it. It can be a big deal. Okay, so please always take this stuff seriously, even though it does sound kind of funny, some of them. Cat separation anxiety is also a common, it's actually the most common reason for cat anxiety. Now, this would be more apparent if your cat is fine when you're home or when you're in the room, but he becomes stressed or anxious when you leave, whether you leave the house or if you just leave the room. Cat separation anxiety is common among cats who have been adopted, if they were abandoned, or if they've been passed from home to home, person to person. They'll develop separation anxiety over that. Another thing to consider is obsessive compulsive disorder, otherwise known as OCD. This should be considered if your cat is doing repetitive or exaggerated behaviors such as obsessive grooming. I do have a video on my YouTube channel under the pet health category about obsessive grooming in cats. You might want to check that out if that's something your cat is doing. If they're impulsively, excessively pacing, meowing, chewing on fabric. The causes of OCD in cats are not fully known, but it is thought that OCD is considered a mental disorder, and it can also be brought on by stress. And sometimes cat owners will make this compulsion worse by rewarding the cat or giving the cat a good outcome for that behavior. Like, for example, excessive meowing, and it always gets your attention. You know, that's not helping the excessive meowing. By the way, I'm going to give you a resource, like I mentioned, to kind of get to the bottom of some of these things. How to treat cat anxiety. First and foremost, call the vet. If you think your cat is exhibiting signs of anxiety, you should make an appointment with your veterinarian. It's very important to rule out any health issues or toxin first, and not to mention, that's the easiest thing. If your cat is having some sort of a health issue, the easiest and fastest way to solve it is to get them to the vet and get the thing solved, right? So it's easier for you. Now, because, cats will typically hide pain and illness, your vet may have to do blood work or other tests to determine if the cat is having some sort of an issue. And like I say, if it is a health issue, your vet will be able to solve it. And your vet can also give you advice and recommendations on, you can tell the vet exactly what your cat is doing, and they will be able to give you help and advice. Never punish your cat. Don't scold or punish your cat for their anxious behavior. This will only make it worse, not better. Help your cat feel safe and relaxed in their surroundings, and reduce their stress. I have a video, I'm going to give you the link to it, called Cat Stress Relievers, 10 Things That Stress Your Cat Out. I actually believe the title of that video is Why Is Your Cat a Nervous Wreck? You might be surprised at some of the things that we talk about in that video that can stress your cat out. Like I said earlier, big things or small things. So I do recommend, if, obviously you're here because your cat is doing something that is making you think that he is anxious. Go and watch that video, because you might get more than one answer from those 10 reasons that cats can get stressed out. Also, I would like you to go to an article, not by me, Managing Anxiety in Cats. I'm going to give it to you in the description box. I was super impressed with it, and it is step-by-step instructions, kind of issue by issue, of what to do to help your cat if they're exhibiting these symptoms. So I'm happy to give you that as a resource. Like I said, I was quite impressed with how thorough that particular article is. Now, cat anxiety should not be ignored. If left untreated, it will probably get worse, and it will begin to result in unwanted behaviors by your cat. Things like urinating in the house, scratching, biting, aggressive behavior, hiding, all sorts of things. It can result in chronic stress, which can affect your cat physically and psychologically. Just like humans, if they have chronic stress, it compromises their immune system. It makes them more susceptible to illness and disease. And they can develop severe depression as well if they're suffering continuously with stress. So it is important to create a peaceful home for your cat and take the signs of cat anxiety seriously. If you need some help with cat training and also this issue, I'm going to recommend to you a pretty impressive and inexpensive cat training guide. It's an ebook called The Complete cat training guide. It's put out by kingdomofpets.com. It covers 25 common cat behaviors, including step-by-step techniques to help your cat calm down and be less nervous. And it also covers cat separation anxiety. I'm going to give you the link. You might want to try that out. It is $37. It's a downloadable ebook, and it comes with a 100% money back guarantee. So I think that might be a good resource for you for this issue and any other issues you may be having with your cat's behavior. A couple of things before we go. I donate to animal charities. I do peoplelovinganimals.com as my job, and I donate 10% of all of the commissions I earn on the website and also on the YouTube channel to animal charities. And if you go to the homepage of my website, you will see a list of the animal charities that I donate to. So again, thanks so much for watching the video. Thanks so much for watching until the end. I hope today's video was helpful. If so, please give it a like. Please share it with your friends. Please subscribe if you're not already. And please go ahead and comment. I would like to know, maybe you have some suggestions. Maybe you would like to find out whether a sign that your cat is doing might be, cat anxiety. Let's have a discussion. And also, I'd love you to drop a comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video. So again, I hope I've helped. My name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.